Raider Nation, welcome to the Season 3 premiere of Monday Night Madness, where your voice takes the mic. The show where you don't want to hear us, but we want to hear from you. The mic is hot, and you're live. Monday Night Madness is where your voice takes the mic. This platform is for the dysfunctionally passionate Raider fan to provide their overreactive analysis, provide their emotional persuasiveness, and a chance to be grossly opinionated. When you take the mic, your hot take doesn't necessarily reflect the beliefs of all of Raider Nation or of this show. There might be cussing, arguing, and fans appearing on camera that aren't camera ready. Everyone is welcome to take the mic and join the madness.
If there's anything we've ever done that I'm particularly proud of, I would have to say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders, to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others.
I think this journey is the most special because there's not a lot of people that have the opportunity playing in high school and college and then pro and then being injured and then starting coaching as a young coach.
Can portray me any way they want because I don't give a damn. I am what I am, and until those people touch me close enough, they'll never know what I am. If they want to see me in this interview or in a newspaper article and say, what's the matter with this guy? Let them say it. But don't you analyze me and don't you tell me what I am until you get close enough to understand what I am. Then you can make an analysis of me. But don't you dare do it until that.
Clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over. Run through a motherfucker face.
The mental side of the game is taking me to the next level, and it's true confidence. It's feeding your brain elite of elite. And that's, I always talk about 1% and more is required. And I always say these things, but it's what I live. I see it everywhere I go because you have to constantly train your mind for greatness.
Raider Nation, welcome to our Season 3 premiere of Monday Night Madness. As you can see, some of our Raiders were very outspoken. We want you to be outspoken too, because this show is for you. We've got Scotty Waddy Raider 1. Of course, you know him. And Omar has joined the cast of this show as well. Welcome, Omar.
What's up? I love the intro, and I'm never camera ready, so perfect.
Remember, if you want to join the show, click the link in the comments. We want you to appear live on camera with us. There it is on the screen. We can click the link in comments. If you're not camera ready, you're camera shy, you can turn your camera off. But we want to hear from you because today we are going to be discussing the Raiders draft, who they drafted, how you feel about it, and what their overall grade is. So let's get into it, guys. And what's up to everybody in the chat? Come on over. Come join the show. You know how it goes. Yeah, that's right, April. She's here so she don't get fined. That's right. Hey, Tori, what's good? Lots of love to everyone here from England. 2 a.m. Hey, thanks for joining us at 2 a.m. We appreciate you. What is up, Cool Kev? Remember, everybody, like that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, join a member. If you want to support the show, you can also hit that super chat button as well. So, the draft is over. All of 11 picks they ended up with? 11 picks came in. How are we feeling about it, guys? Are we happy?
Definitely.
Super Bowl. We're talking about are we happy? We got generational talent last year. This year, we got Geno Smith. We got Pete Carroll. We got Patrick Graham. We got Chip Kelly. Forget about it. Let's go. Raiders. Let's go, baby.
Love it. It's time to win. And yes, with those draft picks, I'm definitely excited. Like Scotty said, we tapped into the generational talent well, not once, but twice. That's pretty good. And yes, I'm crowning Genty, just like Scotty, as a generational talent, man. So, man, pumped. I'm excited. I'm ready to go, man. I wish the season was starting next week.
Whew. Let's do
There's
this.
our class right there, the 2025 NFL draft class, along with, like you said, Scotty, the new coach and the new GM. That's a lot of guys. That's a lot of guys. You know, I feel like the Raiders, they got the running back that everybody wanted. I think that everybody wanted. They really solidified what they're going to do on that O-line. And then just to make everybody happy, they threw in a couple quarterbacks for that quarterback competition that I think we're all looking for. So overall, you know, I'm reading they're giving the Raiders about an A- to a B+ overall here. A lot of A's there in the middle between picks. What, 2, 3, 4, something like that. What do you guys give this overall draft class if you had to grade it?
I gave him an A-.
Solid A-, no doubt about it.
Okay.
You know, I'd like to say this, not just our picks, but it looks like we are a professional football team making sound decisions now. And that's something we haven't been able to say for quite a bit. You know, these guys are stressing working together. You know, I'm talking about the GM, the coach, and the owner. It looks like we have professionals doing what professionals should be doing. I don't know if it'll translate into wins. It seems like it, but at least we got that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got my Raider thong slippers on right about now. I'm chilling, going now into training camp. I'm chilling, man. I mean, there was a minute there though. It got a little nostalgic though. I gotta admit, for a quick second though, I'm like, is Al Davis touching these guys? Because we went through some height, weight, speed players out here. Oh, let's go get the 6'5" receiver that runs 430. Guess what? His big plays, 50-yard play. I mean, he's got the most 50-yard plays. He's got the highest yards per average plays. Then we go grab a guy. But at the same time, though, here's the new school. We get the guy with one of the best drop percentages of all receivers as well. So I'm like, man, you know what I mean? We got this guy that got sure hands, another sure hand receiver out there. We know Genty can catch the ball. And then you think about who we already have on deck. I'm like I said, I was like, wow, this draft is hitting on pretty much everything. My mock draft had 2 offensive linemen and 2 defensive linemen to get something for the trenches. Check that box. My mock draft had a receiver. Check that box. My mock draft had a developmental quarterback. Check that box. And my mock draft number 1 was Genty. So only reason why I gave him an A- is I thought they waited a little too long on that dang quarterback, but that's okay. That's all right. They still checked the box. And then I thought maybe a little bit, I went a different direction on another player, but that's about it, man. I really can't complain. You know what I mean? I just thought they did well overall.
No, you know, I mean, we went out and we got Charles Grant. Are you kidding me? Way down on the list. You know, I thought we might take a quarterback late too. I thought it was going to be a different quarterback than what we got. I think we got some practice squad guys that just to put on the squad and see what they could do. But the fact that we got a number of key players and there was a clear pattern as to what we were doing, you know, in this, you know, we got some key pieces that we needed. And then we doubled down and shored up that offensive line, back-to-back picks and Charles Grant within that. Forget about it, man. Forget about it. They knew what they were doing. Man, look, how the players work out, that depends on the player. That depends on different things. But at least in the front office, they sure did seem like they did what they needed to get done. I'm happy about it. Draft all you know, I can't really knock them on any of the picks. You know, everybody says we got 2 quarterbacks way back and who the hell are they? I get that, but those are going to be practice squad guys. They want to try some stuff out.
And I think one is going to get converted to a receiver too. I think the first one, I can't think of his name, but I think he's going to get converted to a receiver. So I think it's still 1 quarterback, but yep.
Sure. We hit home runs across the board. No doubt about it.
Definitely. I mean, and one player that really stuck out, I think we picked him in the 4th round, is JJ. I mean, this kid plays defensive tackle. He plays fullback. He's played tight end. I mean, and he's made plays at these positions. Yeah. So I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what we did. Okay, I'm sorry, 6th round. My bad. We got him in the 6th round, the 4th pick in the 6th round. And I can't wait. I had him on my mock draft, so I'm really like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? He's my hell yeah pick. So I can't wait to see what this kid does.
Yeah, no, and I mean, you know, did you see the pattern in it, you guys? I mean, everybody is tall. Everybody's got reach. Man, they had a pattern. I don't think they deviated from what they wanted. It just sure didn't seem like it, though.
No, and to hear Pete Carroll look at Darian Porter and say, Richard Sherman, I'm like, please.
Right.
Please. Okay. Please and thank you. Let's do this.
He said, get me my next Richard Sherman, right?
I'm like, I'm not mad then. So
that's just not somebody
4.340. I'm like,
listen, that's not just somebody talking. They compared Ashton Jeanty to my favorite football player ever, which is Marshawn Lynch. And they compared Darian Porter to Richard Sherman. And Pete Carroll has been with both of them. That's just not some talking head.
Right.
You know, that's a lot. You know, that's a lot to say that. And those are big names. You know, if you know anything about football, those are household names. Man, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could talk about Jeanty all day. I've heard comparisons, you know, a couple of different comparisons, and they were all great. You know what I mean? But I love that stat that, you know, I think he had 20-something hundred yards rushing, of which 1,700 came after contact, which is still higher than the next running back down. And I'm like, dude, there we go. Mic drop right there. You know what I mean? So there's some people who hated the pick, but not a lot. So I'm like, man, I love the pick.
No,
look what they decided to pay. Look what they decided to pay Jeanty in comparison to some of these players here. This is kind of unheard of in this day and age with these running backs, right? I mean, look, you've got he's $13 million under the number 1 draft pick and a quarterback in Cam Ward. Like, that's pretty unheard of these days.
Absolutely.
And that's probably a part of why, you know, about picking running back so high with this slotted system they have for draft picks and how much they're going to get paid. So, yeah, that says a lot. I mean, but like I say, the tape doesn't lie. You hear the kid talk. Everything about this kid says that he is more than likely going to be an extremely good football player.
Yeah. And the thing about it is you look at his attitude when he got selected. You look at his attitude before. Remember, this guy Jeanty was going to go. He had the opportunity to go to one of these other schools, one of these other places, and he chose to stay there. I mean, that shows humbleness. I like that. You know, the guy's coming in. He wants to work. You know, his work ethic, by all accounts, is excellent. Hey, man, how much better could that pick get? Give that man his money. That's fine. Remember we had a quarterback and he was really good, and we didn't want to give him his money. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. What happened to the run game last year? Pay this man his money and let's do what we do.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, you know, and they backed that up too with back-to-back pick 98 and 99 right side offensive line. Exactly what we needed. It's exactly what we needed. And both of those guys, they ain't no joke. They're for real. They're real. That's not they very could be day one starters. At least Charles Grant should be a day one starter.
Nice.
At bare minimum, he should be a day one starter. So,
speaking of day one starter, do you think Colton Miller is going to be there?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
He's going to be there. I know there was rumors, but again, I'll reiterate, you do not just get a left tackle, a right tackle or left tackle, but any tackle. You don't just get one. You have a solid one right now.
Yep.
You go out, you go ahead and you pay that man,
Yeah.
and you say, hey, it is what it is. You're gonna have to pay him. Those are not a dime a dozen.
And thankfully, he's going to start the season healthy.
Yeah.
Unlike
and,
last. So
and that's Geno Smith's blind side too. No, you pay that man. He's proven. You pay him, and I think they'll do the right thing. I think they'll do the right thing. And now they short up the right side. They didn't even touch that left side, so I don't see any reason why they would try to shop him. I wouldn't see the logic in that.
Yep.
I would say they need to not linger it too long, though. He's an asset to the team. He's performed well when he's not injured and he's healthy and he's back in shape. Like, why drag this on? Like, pay him, solidify the contract, and move on. I don't like when the Raiders let stuff like this linger, and I'm not sure why they're doing it in this case, to be honest.
No, I mean,
with a new system, we need to have him in there practicing. You know what I mean? As soon as possible.
Yeah, it could be several different things. I mean, the fact that he didn't show up for OTAs, that doesn't bother me. A lot of the veterans don't. That doesn't bother me as much as some people are saying. It may mean something, it may not. To me, it doesn't. What are we saying about Kolton Miller? His first year, he wasn't that great. Second year, he bounced back, and he's been great ever since. And he was not that good for the first 5 games of the last season, which he didn't have an off season coming off an injury. After that, he allowed 1 sack in the rest of the season. Stop it. Sign that man, pay him his money, and let's shore this thing up, because we just got a lot of rookie contracts, and we got a lot of day one starters in this draft. So we got the money to get this done. I don't see.
Yeah, you think so? With that said, who do you think? Let's put the list back up, Scotty. We'll put the list back up here. Who do you think we have out of these picks are in your opinion, are day one starters here? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just wondering who you think off the top of your head.
Ashton Jeanty, of course. I think Jack Besh will be a day one starter. I think Darian Porter very well may be a day one starter. Caleb Rogers, possibly. Charles Grant, yes. Dante Thornton, maybe. I think this guy JJ, he's gonna be something in there. He's gonna be fighting for it. And I'll end it right there of the possibilities.
I think the first 4.
Okay.
I think the first 4, Jeanty, of course, Besh. Darian Porter could be a special teams guy. We'll see. He could take some snaps at definitely at cornerback, but we might see him. We'll see him at special teams for sure. You know what I mean? But first, I think Caleb Rogers is going to make his way into that lineup. Definitely.
Yeah, we got. I think.
All right. Setting you straight said Kolton Miller extension will get done soon. They were just waiting until after the draft. He's not going anywhere. Well, let's hope not.
Yep.
Go ahead. Sorry, Scotty. Go ahead.
No, I said I think we have at least 3 day one starters through the draft. That is.
Yep.
And that's excellent. That's excellent. Some of the how many number 1 draft picks are just busts? No, we got the number 1 pick, or our number 1 pick, and several others within the 2nd and 3rd rounds that are extremely good players, very good players. So let them fight it out. But that offensive line needed some help, especially on that right side. And let's see what DJ Glaze does to develop through his 2nd year. Let him fight it out for those spots over down the right side.
All right, guys, I have to cut you off because the madness has begun. We are about to turn the hot mic over to one of our favorite guests and our favorite viewers, and a fan and a member of this show for a long time. Raider Squid, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
yesterday.
Uh-oh, you're a little muffled. We're having a hard time here. Squid, I think you might be underwater. Did you jump ship? All right.
Better?
Yes, much better.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the Raiders draft?
Okay,
Welcome to the show, my friend. What's your grade and what's your overall thought on what the Raiders did?
It's phenomenal to finally have a competent front office. Like having the Genty pick. I mean, it's hard to tell. You don't know what they're doing, if they're bluffing or what they're doing, but I think everything was strategic. They're not signing Colton Miller, like you guys already just said. I think it makes sense. If you sign Colton Miller, people start instantly thinking, oh, we don't need a tackle. So you don't want to fucking show your hand too much. It's just, I'm not that big into college football. I mean, I kind of listen to y'all and what everybody says, but it just, they had an idea as to how they're going to get big physical players, and that's literally what they went after, is those type of people that help fucking with Beck and helping fucking Genty, and that kind of fucking, it played out. It was impressive to see. Like, we really actually had a game. It wasn't just the players, it was the scheme that they want to play, the type of football that we're going to come out and play. And it was built around that. And it's something we haven't seen in fucking forever. So
looks like they had a plan, and they executed.
I can't hear y'all now. What the hell?
Had us tripping for a minute when we kept trading back. We were like, hey, what we doing here?
Yeah.
No, that's a great point you made, Squid. It definitely, I mean, we all thought that they definitely had a plan, but to the way you said it was a little different than I had heard it before, that we have said it, to say they had a scheme. And I think we maybe have said it in not so many words, mentioning the likes of Beast Mode and Sherman and kind of getting the same sort of players, but the kind of like the way that you phrase it, I think really just kind of puts it all into perspective for me. I hadn't really thought of it like using that word.
I've just heard other people mention it, and the more you see it, it makes sense. Like that, they know what they're going after, and it was impressive to see. Like, nobody is grading us that we had a bad draft, which is typically what happens. Like, I know last year we did pretty good with our top three. I mean, I know some people felt some type of way about the Brock Bowers pick from the get-go, but there was no doubt the Genty pick was, for the most part, resounding. Everybody was excited. I was at a fucking there's a bar in Huntington Beach that I went to, and it was just a genuine. Everybody was fucking ecstatic. Got a little worried with what Jacksonville was going to do, but once they moved up, I was like, all right, cool. We know what they're doing. They showed, like, that was obvious. So it's an exciting time again. But then again, we've been excited for fucking how long? I feel like every year. So
Squid, we going to the Super Bowl, bro?
Excitement is one thing, but this year it actually seems like it makes logical sense, maybe for the first time, that we can really remember, or I can really remember. Sometimes it just feels like a reach. There's not a clear plan. We're unsure what's happening. I don't think I felt like we all just kind of felt like, okay, they're filling in the spots little by little, and it's just making sense. It seems like for the first time it made sense, and maybe because, like you said, it just seems like there was at least a plan. The previous past, 2 years at least, we'll just go back 2 years because it's switched so much. It didn't really seem like there was a plan. It seemed like, we're just shooting in the dark a little bit.
So to piggyback off of what you said, Spicy, and you, Squid, maybe scheme is the right word, because at the end of the day, you could see a pattern in who they picked. They were picking tall, man. You can't be under 6'2" to be on this team. It seems like, and that's Pete Carroll's. That's it. That's his thing, And then you get, a slippery player like Genty, which Pete Carroll's. That's what he loves. He'll play that. You get these tall cornerbacks. You get these. So there's a mold that fit in, which is the scheme that you're talking about. So I agree with both of you there.
Definitely.
He's done this before.
When you see the comparison with Dante, that there's only been 3 receivers now, and him being one of them, that's 6'5" with 430 speed. One was Megatron, the other one was Metcalf, which is a freaking Pete Carroll guy. So boom.
4.3 40, forget about it, man. Oh, and we got Trey Tucker. Boy.
The only thing that's kind of painful is, unfortunately, if you look from everything people were saying, outside of, everybody else in our division had a good fucking draft too, though. once the kid out of the running back went to the Chargers, I was like, well,
Yep,
fuck.
Hampton.
Like,
And they
exactly.
got Trey
So now,
Harris, that receiver.
and they got
did-
Harris there. Like,
Yep.
everybody in our division got fucking better.
Yeah,
I know we were
agree.
kind of the team that was trash last year, but we have a hard division. And
Hey,
I mean, now we have a fucking Hall of Fame head coach that can compete with these guys. And I mean, again, I like AP. I'm a big AP fan, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here's the thing, and you just said it, Squid. We also got better at coach. You know, it wasn't just that player. We got better at coach.
Yeah.
And I think we got better at offensive coordinator. And I think Patrick Graham, I am so that's one of my favorite offseason moves is that we retained Patrick Graham. And, you know, I think that's absolutely key in the whole thing, not just the draft picks.
And I think Pete Carroll is only going to help Patrick Graham get even better.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because Pete Carroll's a defensive guy. So you
And
take
got him some help and got him some help.
yeah. So I'm excited to see Patrick Graham's development.
Sure.
It's gonna be interesting though too, because I mean, we're already not into the season, and Wilkins is. You start hearing rumors about Wilkins is not 100%, hasn't recovered, or may need surgery, so he may be out sometime again. Like, well, fuck, here we go. But like, yeah, the Graham thing is, and then Geno Smith, like before the draft, locking in, he's a competitor, and he's got that fight in him. It's kind of nice. He came in, clearly didn't do it for the money. He could have got paid more, and he chose to go with Pete Carroll because he believed in him. It's what Pete Carroll brings, and
you know,
just
that's
long term.
already, on the offensive side, that's already a head start when you think about it, because he knows what Pete Carroll is. All he can do is add to what he already knows about Pete Carroll's, you know, system and the way he runs things. So that's already a head start on having drafted a new guy, or even with Aiden O'Connell, who would have had to learn what Pete Carroll does or Chip Kelly does. So we have a little bit of a leg up. It's not like we're starting from zero, so to speak, you know?
And I'm still hoping that I'm one of those weird guys that likes Aiden. Like, having seen him in person, the kid has potential. So hopefully, I still like him. I hope that now he hasn't had a vet to really learn under. Like, he's been thrown into fucking a shit show his first few years. Now he's actually has a vet who the same thing, that dog in him to fight for his.
Squid.
Yep.
What about Brian Hoyer? Come on, bro. What about Garoppolo? Come on.
Oh, come on.
Like,
How are you gonna do that to this guy?
I forgot that guy's name already. Why'd you remind me?
Wow.
When do we get the season schedule? The release of the schedule? It's not till
Right.
what?
May 14th,
Huh?
if I'm not mistaken.
May 14th.
I believe
I'm already looking at to see if there's a Europe game, I'll be there.
Shoot. Oh, that would be nice.
But I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta call the boss lady and stuff. So, all right.
All right,
Talk to
brother,
me.
man.
All right, Squid.
All right.
Thanks
Cool.
for
Appreciate it.
joining us. We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.
All right. Have a good. All right. Bye.
I'm putting that,
Well, we have another friend of the show backstage, so we're gonna let the madness continue because again, we want to hear what you have to say. Another friend of the show, a co-host often, and the man who supplied most of our graphics tonight, my primo from Nation's Most Hated. What's good, Johnny?
Hey, what's up, you
Johnny?
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Draft was sick, man.
Yes.
Talk to us. What do you think? Let me hear all your thoughts about what the Raiders did in this draft, and what do you grade them?
I'll give it like an A-, and we got every freaking need. We went 2 linemen in a row. We traded back. We got freaking speed. We got a corner. We got a bunch of backup quarterbacks late that you can do a bunch of crazy stuff with. D tackles, and both of them could actually take handoffs. I'm excited about all the picks. I just wanted to get like a running back and a wide receiver at least. And we got 2 wide receivers, so hopefully that can compensate not really having a big-time number 1 receiver. Any of those guys can become something. And then we did get insurance for the whole line. You know, you got this Colton Miller stuff, but he's fine right now. But we kind of did get a left tackle for the future on the low. We could have already got that and that was going to be a big problem coming forward, and it's kind of taken care of. Even with the guard situation, I think we're kind of not too good at guard, and we got some help there. So, man, I love the corner we got. Pete Carroll, match made in heaven right there. And then, obviously, the running back. Our worst position is the running back, and we freaking got the best running back there is.
Yeah, let's take a look. You actually put this graphic together for us. So let's take a look at the running backs that were selected. Running backs drafted in the top 10 since 2015, courtesy of Nation's Most Hated. We'll take a look. You let me know where you think Jeanty kind of falls in this list of guys here. What do you guys make of this list? Where do you think Jeanty's going to fall?
You got is that Gurley, Elliott, Fournette, McCaffrey, and Bijan, right?
Yep.
Am I incorrect on those?
That's right. Yep, and that's all top 10. There's some random extras like in the 20s, and then you have Josh Jacobs, 24th. But you're talking top 10, going all in for a running back, and it never failed anybody really.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Absolutely spot on. I mean, that's a hell of company you got going on right there with those running backs there. I think the choice was solid. Great choice.
I mean, I think the only one that
was good, Hollywood. I'm doing this on YouTube.
That may give a run for the money, of course, is going to be old boy who's now with Philly from 2018, Saquon Barkley. So,
yeah, that's okay.
I'm thinking, if anything, I mean, McCaffrey is cool. But I think Jeanty's right there. He's going to be a better back than McCaffrey because it's the yards after contact. Plus, he can catch. He can do all the catching that McCaffrey does. So, hey, man.
Or 30 too.
Well, McCaffrey is the Kirk Cousins of running backs because he's paid and he's just sitting on the sidelines hurt all the damn time. So hey,
availability is your best ability.
when he's on. But what do they say? Your best asset is availability. However they say.
Your best ability is your availability.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got Bijan Robinson, who's hella solid. And I mean, the top one there is going to be, obviously Saquon. And
Saquon.
If Jeanty can get close to Saquon, forget about it. It's a hell of a pick.
He will. I definitely think he will. Yeah. And I think if you look at the effect Saquon had on the Giants when he was there, and look what he did with the Eagles. Yeah. I mean, he ran them to a Super Bowl. So that's my expectation of the effect Jeanty is going to have on the Raiders, is that it's going to give us a whole, now their defenses are going to have to play us extremely honest. And because if they cheat up and try to put 8 in the box, Jesus Christ, Bowers, Meyer, Dante, you know what I mean? And freaking Besh, I think is going to kill it. I mean, we'll probably have some limited packages for those guys starting out, but I mean, if Thornton's limited package is right. If his limited package is a 50-yard play, that's a game-changer play right there. That's a momentum changer. So you give us 1 or 2 of those a game, and okay, for now, we'll take it.
Hey, let's not forget about Jacoby Myers, who didn't have a drop pass for I don't know how long.
Mayer and Meyer. Oh yeah,
forget about it.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. You put 8 in the box, somebody's going to eat. Because we got guys with sticky hands, so
and then you got a burner and Trey Tucker who could not get as much attention and blow the top off the defense. Man, Gino can throw it.
Then Mostert relieves Jeanty here and there. He's a quick flash player.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see how Chip Kelly schemes for the speed for those third downs. It's going to be really fun to watch because when I look at that draft, that's the first thing came to mind is, wow, plays are now going to be extended.
Yeah. Let's not forget about we also picked up Mostert in the offseason. And I understand he's slowed down. I understand he's not the San Francisco 49ers Mostert, but you can't just sit there and not pay attention to him either. He's gonna call some attention, and that could open up some things for us.
Definitely.
You know the goal line packages you can run because both D tackles take handoffs, and then you got that backup quarterback is like a Taysom Hill.
I wasn't even gonna go there.
D tackles, play action, Bowers, jump balls, Myers, all those guys in the backfield at once. It's freaking crazy.
Oh, look at that. You could run a 22 personnel on those goal line. You could run a 12 personnel on those goal line runs. Forget about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could be crazy because you put JJ at fullback, or just let him run the ball, and just like you're saying, 12 personnel. We got both tight ends out there, and then even if are you going to hand it to JJ, or are you just going to fake it and just dump it over to one of those tight ends for a touchdown? Man, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, and Gino can run.
It'd be fun.
Gino can run. Let's not forget that.
Good run.
Oh, yeah, but he's 35. Let's not let Gino run.
Yeah, I was like, let's not get too excited there, Scotty. I'm glad Omar said it.
What I'm saying is the playbook is open. It's not limited. It's open. That's what I'm
like. You got the tall guy, short speedsters. You got the tall speedsters. You got the possession guys on the outside. You got you can use Besh like Aaron Hernandez tight end here and there. Like it's crazy.
And here's the one thing I really like about Thornton. There's a lot of unknown. Tennessee only used him at what we see him do. You know what I mean? And it's just the way their scheme. They had a very limited scheme. It's not a pro-style offense. So I'm really excited to see, okay, is he only going to be, is he going to be limited? Or was he limited? You know what I mean? And we don't know that until he gets into our system and we see what Chip Kelly does with him, because I won't be surprised if this kid shows out because he was limited by the system, not limited by his skill. You know what I mean? So
and at 6'5",
Mark.
And at 6'5", 4.340.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. I mean, if he can run some routes. You know what I mean? And get that timing with Gino. Man, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. What's up, Hollywood?
Hollywood
in the building. What's good? All right, Johnny. Well, thanks for calling in. Thanks for the graphics. We appreciate your 2 cents, my friend. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yes. Everybody, I'm dropping the draft hype tonight after 7. Got a little something on every player. Just a little quick montage to hype everybody up.
Nice. Follow him at Nation Most Hated right there on the screen, everybody. All right, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Let's go, Raiders.
Let's go. All right, we got somebody else backstage who's probably not a fan of Geno Smith, but we'll see if maybe she's excited for our new quarterback room here. Miss April in the building. What's good, girl?
What's up, April?
Welcome to our season 3 premiere. Wouldn't be a premiere without you because you're on most of our shows. And what did you think of this draft, girl?
Actually, I told myself if the Raiders don't pick Ashton, I swear to God, I'm rioting. If they don't do something right, they did it right. The only thing I don't like about the draft, I told y'all before, I don't watch the draft. It's like the Olympics. I watch it every 4 years. I don't watch college, and I need to start. However, I wish we would have got a couple more people on the offensive line. But whatever. Hey, we got a running back. This kid, I've watched some of his film and everything, and I was pretty excited. I was like, ooh, okay. The Raiders actually did something right this year. I like it.
That's like the consensus, right? Everyone's just saying that. Or are expectations really low, or did they do really well? Like,
I even looking through the whole draft class, I'm like, okay, do we need whatever? But the running back game for sure, we needed that. I was happy about it. I can't wait to see what this kid does. I mean, his film is sick. I was like, whoa, okay. Yeah. as far as the quarterback situation, y'all know. Come on. No.
You should feel good,
Is
though.
Geno
because
Smith the answer? No.
You should feel
Absolutely
good
not.
because I think they showed that they may have a little faith in AOC is why they drafted a quarterback way down there. You know what I mean? I think, that was kind of one of my takeaways when I was scratching my head, like, why do they pick a kid we never heard of? And I'm thinking, well, we have a kid already in there that we have heard of. So could be a.
And I'm glad you said that, Omar. I actually don't like the way that people are kind of dismissing AOC already and looking to replace him as a backup. I think he's done a great job as not only a backup, but as a starter. I thought he did a better job than what's his face? Shoe something or other. Minshew. So yeah, I don't know. I think we kind of like he really does. He's earned the spot to me. If anything, someone really has to come in and beat him out of that spot. Like he really stepped up when the Raiders were struggling and had nothing, and then went with Minshew and then decided to start him and kind of all that nonsense. So yeah, I kind of don't like the way that fans are kind of automatically dismissing him.
Look, at the very worst that can happen is an injury. You still know that AOC can come in and still perform. You may like him or you may not like whatever, but he is solid at least at bare minimum coming in off of nothing, because that's what he's done.
And he came damn close to beating the Chiefs without one error, one little error that was made by one of the linemen. That game could have been a huge game.
Yeah.
And it also probably helped him that offensive system was shit.
Yes.
So they're like, hey, now we're gonna get something more competent that he can run in. Let's give this guy another chance because he made it. He made it out alive.
For sure.
Without a running game or anything. So hey, let's see what we do.
I don't know. I don't know. Geno Smith had he had like 40, almost 4,400 yards, 21 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. That's not good. That is not good at all. It's not. I don't think he's the answer. That's typical Raider organization.
I don't think they're saying he's the answer though. What? I think they're saying he's the answer now.
No,
for now.
He's not the answer now. And I'm saying this on air. I give him 3 games, and I guarantee you he's gonna be benched. I don't think he's our answer. That's me.
Wow.
That's just me. That's me. I don't think he's the answer. Whatever. Okay, his reunion with Pete Carroll. Let's all pop a bottle of champagne and be like, woo! But no, he's not the answer.
I mean, any reason to pop a bottle of champagne, I'm good with. No, I'm just kidding.
That's right. I just said it just to say it. But no, I'm going to be the Debbie Downer here. I'm sorry. Geno Smith is not the answer to the Raiders quarterback problem. I'm not saying AOC is either. What I'm saying is I still don't think they gave AOC a full season, a full
okay. I'll go with that.
Whatever. They're gonna trade. I already know it. I'm trying to get my AOC jersey in before they trade him, before they let him go. Whatever. I think he got done dirty. Period. And okay.
But listen at this, April. May this be? It is possible that this could be the best thing that could have happened for AOC, because Pete Carroll's not going to go away after year 1. I doubt he's going to go away after year 2, and so now he gets to have a true NFL coach coaching him, and whether he stays with the Raiders or not, he's going to have a true mentor to elevate him. If he can elevate, if he can get to that level, this may be the best thing that happens to AOC.
Okay, but I don't think. But I think all these people that are saying, "Oh, well, we should get rid of AOC and we should do that." No, we shouldn't.
Well, no, I don't think they should. No, not that.
Well, I've seen a lot of.
I've heard it too. Yeah.
And I'm so over it. I'm like, y'all just don't see the bigger picture. You just see, all you see is this. You see what you want. I hate social media for it, because everybody just sees what they read. People just talk to hear themselves talk. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm just not a fan of the Geno Smith contract, whatever. you know, and someone said, "Oh, well, I better not catch you rooting for the Raiders when they score a touchdown." I said, "I'll be rooting for the wide receivers and the running backs. I ain't got to root for Geno, but I'll be rooting for the
We
ones
always
that
got to root for the Raiders, even if it's not. But April, hold that thought. I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring you back in just 1 second because we're gonna have I need to do a plug here real quick. I'll bring you right back, girl. All right, we got my boy from Protect the Shield here. We're gonna bring him in for a little teaser for the Spicy Shield talk. What's good, Chris?
What's up?
What's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? What up, Spice? What up, Omar? Scotty Waddy? What up, baby?
What's up, big dog?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, Chris, give us a little tease. So, if you guys don't already know, we are back. Chris and myself are back. Are we in season 4 already, Chris?
Season 4. Let's get it.
Season 4 of the Spicy Shield Talk. We actually debuted last week, and we'll be back every Wednesday, including this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 Eastern time. But, Chris, you're going to tune in to see what we think and what you think on Wednesday and play some games with us. But give them a little teaser for me, my friend.
Well, you know me, and actually you too, Spice. You know, we always kind of go against the grain sometimes. So, my grades probably aren't going to be as high as others, but overall, I will say that the draft it ended up pretty good overall. You know, I know a lot of people are giving it an A and things like that. So, but yeah, definitely tune in tomorrow, man. We'll definitely get into it deep.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. I'm sorry. I don't even know what day it is. But yeah, we'll definitely get into it deep. I will say Spytech, he definitely did fill a lot of holes. And I like how he navigated the board, especially trading back. I love the trade back. So I'm excited to see what happened. And then when I just got on, I heard a lot of AOC talk, and I'll wait till Wednesday to address that nonsense.
Wait a minute. You said you heard a lot of people giving it an A. Well, now I got to know what you give it. If you
got to tune in Wednesday.
On Wednesday, we're going to talk.
Oh, I got to wait.
Wednesday, we're going to talk. We're going to talk, man.
Hey, Chris, I gotta pull rank on you, bro. You gonna make me wait on my show? What the hell? No.
Hey, I got you, man. Hey, I'll text it to you. But no, man,
we can't give them all tonight, Scotty. They gotta wait till the Spicy Shield Talk on Wednesday.
Right, man. Right, man. Great show today, man. Great show. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what happens, man. But like I always say, we've all been fans forever, man, and we've all got our heart broken year after year. And I'm just at that point where there's no more unearned optimism this way, man. So as much as I want to get excited, I gotta see the product on the field and gotta see them get some wins, man. I'm done with the whole, drinking the Kool-Aid every year. I'm about to get diabetes drinking this Kool-Aid, so I'm done.
Scotty already drank it. Look, he said we going to the Super Bowl. He already drank it.
I know he is. I know Omar is too. I can't wait till this, bro. Yeah. I can't wait till the schedule release to hear Omar talk about we're gonna win 15 games.
No, baby.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Chris, let me ask you this, Chris. I remember after last year's draft, we talked about it on the side. You talked about it on your show, Spicy, and on your other show. There was a lot of talk about moving the needle. Do you think the needle was moved in this draft with this regime?
Yes.
Good stuff. Okay. Fair enough.
And the reason is we address some big needs because last year we just didn't have no true speed. We got a lot of speed this year. Like with the cornerback that we got, he's a 4.3 guy. In the offseason, we got Eric Stokes. He's a 4.3 guy. Even our safety we got, I think he's like a 4.4, 4.3. I mean, he was fast coming out of the draft. And then, we got a 4.3 receiver in Thornton. That's a lot of speed out there, man. And that in Chip Kelly's offense, that's going to give a lot of defenses some headaches, man.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
We also got a lot of height.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because how many times do we throw jump balls to guys that are like 5'8", 5'9"? Like we actually got guys with adult sizes out there.
Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah.
Thornton has got
Adult
a long
size.
wing. He's got long arms as well. So you're talking about, someone that can go up and get a ball, man.
Exactly. And that's just stuff like that is just gonna at least make the defense respect certain things. So like they can't just put everybody in a box to stop Genty. Like they got to have a safety over top. They can't keep. They can't guard our 6'5" receiver that runs a 4-3. They can't just put one cornerback on him and leave him alone on the island. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
So
and that's one. Like he doesn't have a lot of specialties, but that's one of them.
That's all we need. That's all we need him to do. That's all.
Right? Like, you know what I mean? But like I was saying earlier, though, Chris, suppose he was only limited by the system, not limited by his skills, man.
Exactly.
That's why I'm thinking,
Exactly.
So, Chris, was Genty the proper choice at number 6?
No more questions, Scott. You gotta wait till Wednesday. This is just a teaser. Settle down. We'll settle down. Settle down.
Hey,
All right, thanks for joining us. Moving forward, we have to say, tune in at 6 o'clock
we gotta
on
pull
Wednesday
up
for the
on Wednesday,
Spicy
man.
Shield Talk.
Yeah, pull up for Wednesday. We're gonna talk, man. We're gonna talk. Hey, thank you for letting me on, Spice.
Peace.
For sure. Thanks for coming on, my friend. See you Wednesday. All right. Bye. Yeah, you guys want to hear more from Chris? Tune in. Like I said, Wednesday, 6 o'clock, the Spicy Shield Talk. We're going to bring our girl April back to the show. April, you might have to turn in Wednesday, too, because he said he want to address the nonsense of your boy,
I heard it.
AOC. You heard it. We do have other people backstage, but I didn't want to cut you off, so let me go ahead and give me your final thought, girlfriend.
I'm jamming back home on Wednesday after I get off of work. You know what? It's great to see y'all again. I'm looking forward to this season. We'll see what happens. I can't wait for May 14th for that schedule to come out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I know. All I know is I'm in Texas. I'm taking over Houston. We going to that Houston game. I don't know what day it is, but we going. Dallas. That Dallas game. Oh shit! It's in Vegas. Let's hope it's my birthday. Oh, and Scotty, yours too, because I'm gonna make an appearance.
When is it?
Dallas.
When is it?
I don't know. I won't know until May 14th. I know.
Yeah.
Dallas
When's your birthday?
My birthday's December 3rd.
No. When's your birthday?
December 3rd.
Okay.
Where's it? December 3rd.
So I'm hoping that game. I'm going to that Houston game whenever they're playing. In Houston, and I'm going to that Dallas game. It's on and popping. I can't wait for May 14th. It needs to hurry the hell up. But I'm excited to see what these guys are going to do, and what what's going to happen. I'm excited. I'm not excited for some things, but I'm excited for other things. And I love your show, and I will be on Mondays again.
Thank you.
Yes, because I got to throw my 2 cents in because I have to.
There you go.
Why not? That's what we're here for. It's for all of you to take the mic. We appreciate you, girl. We'll see you next week. AOC baby, still. Always. All right, girl. Good night.
Have a good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye. All right, we've got someone else behind the scenes here. Someone else. Woo! He always likes to close out the show. I'm sure you can guess who this is. Our friend Rafa in the building. What is good?
What's up, nation?
What's going on?
Oh man, hello there. So I just wanted to tell you, this trap is just like a great masterpiece, and John Spitek is cooking right there because we're just hitting the jackpot back to back. Because if you guys remember, last year we just drafted Brock Bowers, a monster tight end from Georgia Bulldogs, and we just nailed it. Now we had the best running back in their class, which is Ashton Genty from Boise State. Because during for that time, because our last couple of picks that just brought down the overall grade because it just missed some defensive backfield talent. But I wanted to take like the new talent because I like those picks, including for running back and wide receiver. And I think that they're going to be really excellent because the difference between the draft and, of course, for this draft, I mean, they will take in this one. So I would say that Al Davis will be proud of it because those guys need for speed and, of course, ability. I mean, they needed something. It's really great that we have a lot of great picks on those trades because I know after dealing all these years of poor front office, because how many actually did you see beside Max Crosby? I mean, that reminds me like a Jeff in another team a couple of years ago. They just picking it out like Campbell, Laporta, and he just got it like they should to get into the playoffs. Between for that defense, and of course, we just wanted to hit it right because that team they promise at all. Because right now it's all about discipline, it's all about committed to excellence, and we can forget all the past right now because right now it is the present and the future that brought for the generation.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Rafa. I mean, it again. I got on my thing. We going to the Super Bowl and all that, and I'm being facetious and funny. But again, I want to go back to what I originally said. We have some professionals in the building right now that are making professional decisions, and it sure looks a lot better. It's not just on paper. It's not. It looks like we have a plan, as Squid said, a scheme. So it looks a lot. It looks a lot better than we have in past years.
Yeah, besides that, because it's all about the strategy. Because during for this year, I mean, they have always matched contributions year after year. Because we're just praising it off of the athletes, and we're just getting like an A+, A-, or just A, because they will take like a little bit to figure it out what the Raiders are having in their hands. Because the fact they're last trade, because they have to seize how great it's going to be, really incredible. I mean, there's going to be something that the option not to be like really jealous, but of course it's feel like it is surreal, because if you remember those draft picks for 2020, I mean, they say, let's just forget about the past, because right now we have a lot of great players that we know about it, because all we added with Bowers and Genty back to back, because there's no way to expect like at all the superstars they were drafted. I'm glad that we didn't overthink and we just took it like an amazing full of players when we could. Let me say, John Spittek was really right because for the strategy, because he's not going to overthink it to say that just like it made it that I say, let's just pick the best player drafted and say, boom, there you got it. Because if you look at it, see like the strategy and of course the skills and the talent that really proves. Because if you look at it, see at the right receiver, if you look at it, see at running back, if you look at see at defensive edge, we look at it, see like an amazing skills and talent that we just brought for the college football during months.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. What would you rate the draft overall? All the picks there, Rafa.
I would say just like an A, because right now the running back, the wide receiver, and of course defensive tackle. And what can I tell you about this one? John Spittek has been cooking amazing, and I cannot wait to see what happens, whether it comes to the preseason, the training camp, and of course the regular season. And to be honest, right now, because before drafting Ashton Genty, I gotta tell you for this one, our running back room is still becoming a disaster, because right now we have Raheem Mostert, and of course we got Ashton Genty, because we need to prove in ourselves that we're not just like only the left stuff, because we're not that really Joe, because we're not the left stuff, because this is the nation. And right now we have to prove the world that we are here to destroy the competition. We are here to face each other. And of course we are dominate this league right now, because we are the Raider Nation. I mean, there's nothing to compare about it.
The only nation.
Right?
Yes, the only nation.
Only nation. Like the draft hat said, the only nation. All right, Rafa. Well, thank you for joining us. We always a pleasure to have you on. Let's you're welcome every week. Thanks for joining us on Monday Night Madness, my friend. Go check him out as well. Make sure you follow him on YouTube.
Yes. I just wanted to say salute to everybody else. And of course, there is only one nation, Raider Nation. No matter if we win or lose, Raider Nation till I die. Salute to you.
Yeah, let's go.
All righty, let's go.
There you go. Always. He always gets us fired up. That's right. All right, we have a couple more minutes here. Scotty, you wanted to address some of the chat. Go for it, my friend. You're on.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Jake Long, I see you seeing 10-7. You like 10-7? All right. 10 games is pretty solid there. Coach Sippin' Jamba Juice. I know you've been on here a few times. Made a few comments out here, and I don't know if April wants to deal with AOC like that, but yeah. I think she knows he's married. Jake also made a comment. I know all about Chip. I'm a Buckeyes diehard. Thornton going to be used like Jeremiah Smith. Man, that's okay. I'm with you. Zeus will do good this year with Chip. I don't know if we're going to stick with Zeus, to be quite honest with you. But we'll see, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Appreciate you, whenever you want to join in. Again, this show is about you having your voice heard. So as everybody knows, at the top of the chat, we have a link so you can join us on camera. A lot of times we do phone calls in too. But, if you want to jump in there, just go right ahead and jump on in there with us.
Just 10
All right,
and 6.
everybody. Well, thank you to everyone who,
I said just 10 and 6. The prediction 10 and 6 for the season. Come on, just 10 and 6.
Oh, I don't even think that adds up. Who said 10 and 6?
Jake said 10 and 7.
No, 10 and 7. My bad. That's where I'm getting 10 and 6. I forgot.
Yeah.
Damn it.
All right. Well, I hope everyone had as much fun during the draft as these guys, because I think that our new coach and our new GM was happy, all smiles. Now that was fun. Now let's see if it translates onto the field. Like we said before, this is our season 3 premiere of Monday Night Madness. You can catch us here every Monday night at 6:00. And remember, this is where you don't want to hear us. We want to hear you. So take the mic. The mic is hot. It's yours. And join the madness. And of course, join us. You heard a little bit of Chris from Protect the Shield, what he thought, but he's going to tell you all of his thoughts on our show on Wednesday, also at 6:00 every Wednesday for the Spicy Shield Talk. Thanks everyone for joining us. And we go out one way and only one way. Good night, everyone. See you next week for Monday Night Madness.